First of all, I'm not a Sig Sauer basher. In fact, I think Sig Sauer is the best overall company in the small arm industry with the widest range of quality, affordable offerings. Not only from rifle, pistol, but also the optics. I love the ammos, always available and high quality with a price that's not costing an arm and a leg. Not even mention their 365 series is taking the market by storm, gradually but surely replacing Glock as the standard barrier in the carry market. But today, we are not talking about all that. We are talking about a mistake the most powerful army that has ever been assembled on earth has made by not choosing Glock 19X as the next sidearm. But it's okay. Glock 19X and Glock 19 are still being adopted by the most respectable agencies, you name it, on earth. CIA, FBI, Homeland Security, Secret Services, LA, Chicago, New York Police Department. Why I think Army made a mistake? Because not long after they pick up P320 M17, a lot of the defect comes from the first few shipments. And you can say it's okay because for the beginners, new entries in a new product line, you are bound to have some hiccups, and that's all fine. But that there itself already spoke the mistake Army has made. Had they chosen the Glock 19X, no such thing would ever happen to a very proven platform. And then comes with this huge big chunk of steel slab on the slide. It's just too heavy. Make the pistol very imbalanced, the top heavy. Later on, they come with M18, which should do much better because of the shorter slide. But the most weak link of the M17 is this out-of-the-box flimsy plastic. Look at that. You can flex it like that. I have an M17 BB gun, and I swear it's the same frame they use on the BB gun. Good for the BB gun owner, not very good for the real thing owner. The original grip is so not grippy, I have to put a tape on it. But eventually, I gave up because the mag insert is not enlarged either. So I put on the Wilson Combat with all the ton weight here. But still, it helped this part. But the top heavy part is right here. Can you imagine if you put a light here? It's going to make it even worse. And notice the plastic from Wilson Combat, much better than the original plastic. But it's no comparison of the polymer from Glock. I call it polymer because plastic is not very good in terms of the way it sounds. And it's understandable because Glock, the original, making the bayonet and the knife for Austria army. That's what Glock was making originally, before they came up with the Glock. So they are the expert in polymer. They know how to make strong plastic. It's the polymer. You can see the difference. Look at the texture. Look at the texture, the feel. And this is already Wilson Combat, an upgrade. The original is not even a comparison. While we are here, let's do a safety check. Got to love that enlarged mag release. All the edge smooth out. Don't forget to check the chamber. Make sure there's not a round in there. Don't ever forget that, please. Look at that. This part has the steel insert in there, so I'm not going to do a test here. I just compare it, okay? See the difference? See the way it flex? Don't you love that recoil spring here? So strong, so sophisticated. And it comes with the marksman barrel. Make it a very accurate shooting firearm. The sight is in perfect arrangement. Let's take M17 apart. Sorry about that. This is the fire group, come with the serial number. So you cannot change the trigger. Unlike Glock, you can still change the trigger in the aftermarket if this already excellent trigger is not good for you. The recoil spring is not as substantial. Look at that. The barrel is okay barrel, it's not a marksman barrel. And the sight, the front sight is just too tall. You see that? It's too tall. Not only that, the gap is too wide to shoot this pistol accurately. And because of the tall sight, you have to shoot the target with the target cover, which makes me very uncomfortable and almost impossible to get that pinpoint accuracy, bullseye accuracy. How can you bullseye if the bullseye is covered? But Glock 19X, excellent sight arrangement. And it's center cut. Okay, it's not cover, it's center cut. Make it very accurate, if not the most accurate Glock ever produced. Let's put them all back. This trigger has a very short distance to hit the wrist, to hit the wall. but it's not as light as it appears when you have a bullet in the chamber. Right now I don't, so it appears to be light. But when you have a real thing there, it's very hard to press. Also, this setup, it's quite difficult for you to release that slide without hitting that safety, right? Very difficult. The slide release is so close to the safety on both sides because it's MB. Slide release is smaller, so it hurts your finger more compared to much larger and smoother slide release. Let's put Glock 19X back. Look at that difference. Huge difference, almost double the real estate in terms of the slide release. The trigger is typical spongy Glock trigger, which is okay. You hit the wall, takes more distance than M17, but not too bad. But that trigger is consistent with or without a bullet in the chamber. This is an out of the factory perfecto pistol. Perfecto. This, even with a very expensive upgrade, because you still cannot change the trigger group, comes with the serial number. It's still no match for the 19X. Not to even mention the out-of-the-box condition. In terms of the shooting accuracy, I don't even bother to give you the newest target because I shoot them both. Indoor, outdoor, light, dark, bright. Okay? M17 is not very accurate, at least not as accurate as 19X. The Glock platform, if you know how to lock it in, shoot it like your wrist arm lock in like that, it's going to be hard to beat, guys. Hard to beat. M17 P320 is more traditionally upright shooting position, which is more intuitive to more people. Trust me, I have tried to teach lots of shooters, but it sounds like an easy, simple concept, but they just don't know how to lock it. They just keep shooting Glock like that. You see, it too much gap, too much recoil. Really lock it down with such a low bore axis. M17 is higher, so it's okay to grip like that. In fact, you can only grip like that. You cannot really grip like that. So in the accuracy department, 19X wins, at least for me. So why the most powerful army that has ever assembled in mankind would make a mistake like that? In my book, a mistake. Well, there are a couple reasons. They probably think safety is important. I heard that the Glock 19X entry has a safety. But again, I didn't possess that model, so I don't know. And secondly, you have to understand how government works. They like fancy presentations. They like to appear futuristic. They think about the next generation. They want to be modern and all that good stuff on paper. So I can see easily why they pick up the modular design of the next generation pistol. I can see easily why they think a mere shooting strip replacement is not going to cut it. I can see that. But Wilson Combat Law is the best example. No matter what modular you change, that's not going to change the inherent design flaws. Like the sight is too tall, the gap is too wide, slide is too heavy, plastic is too flimsy. What do you think? And that leaves very little thing for the aftermarket to work with. Right now you can get the aluminum lower from Sig to make it more balanced. But again, unless you do a M18, which cut it off right here, I don't think a heavier lower would solve the problem because, again, the imbalance is in this part right here. And you can tell why, because it's just too much steel. Look at this big chunk of underlock here. It's all metal. And the slide cut is not as protrude or deep as the PDP from water. So, that's just lots of the weight here. Compared to their P226 model, which I love, P226 Navy. I think it's the best out of the factory, all metal handgun money can buy for 9mm shooters. I still love that pistol to this day. I will do a comparison project of PDP, a plastic gun, to P226 Navy, all metal gun. There'll be an awesome comparison. Please look forward to that. And for Glock, I think they leave a lot of things to the aftermarket. I suspect they don't want to piss off the massive aftermarket suppliers, so they are reluctant to change the trigger guard configuration, reluctant to change the grip to make it smaller because people can get smaller, lower aftermarket. But they've proven not to be the liking of Pentagon. So I can see why they choose M17 to be the standard sidearm. What do you think? If you are one of the general sitting in that room making the vote count, which one you would vote for? Would you vote to choose 19X, or would you vote to choose M17? Comment below, good or bad. I want to reiterate, I don't dislike Sig Sauer as a company, but just want to share my thought with you guys. Why Army made a mistake by choosing M17, a pistol that is too top heavy with a trigger that has no soul. What they should have chosen is a proven platform, a much improved 19X compared to previous generations, with still reliable, accurate platform intact, but everything smooth out. Comment, share with the community what you think about it. Until then, see you next time.